Good afternoon students, welcome back. Today I will be explaining LVDT. LVDT stands for Linear Variable Differential Transducer, or it is also called as Linear Variable Differential Transformer. Let's see its construction. In the construction here you can see primary winding, secondary winding, and in between them the core is inserted or located. But here you can see there are two secondary windings, secondary winding 1 and secondary winding 2. Both secondary winding 1 and secondary winding 2 having the same turn. Both are located at same distance apart from the center. Suppose this is the center, both are located at same distance apart. So when we supply from a primary winding, what will happen? Here is the input, and always EMF is induced in this portion, lower portion or the right portion. So accordingly we can notate its output. So before proceeding to working, we must satisfy the conditions for LVDT. Conditions for LVDT. So first condition is secondary winding 1 and secondary winding 2 must be connected in a series. So here you can see secondary winding 1 and secondary winding 2 are connected in a series. Condition number 2, secondary winding 1 turns must be equal to secondary winding 2. Here you can see again both are having the same number of turns. Condition number 3, they must be located same distance apart. Suppose this is the center, here you can see they are located at same distance apart, means from the center line say above 10 mm, below 10 mm. So these are the three conditions we must satisfy for LVDT. Now let us see the working of LVDT, that is linear variable differential transducer or transformer. When this core moves upward, what will happen? When core moves upward, whatever the EMF is generated at the lower portion here, whatever the EMF is generated at lower portion start jumping towards secondary winding 1 and primary winding. When core moves upward, whatever the EMF is generated at lower side will start jumping to secondary winding 1 and primary winding. So now in this condition, the EMF induced or generated in a secondary winding 1 is greater than secondary winding 2. If the core is at null position or at the center position, so what will happen? When the core is at center or the null position, the EMF generated at secondary winding 1 is equals to secondary winding 2, because there is no any movement of core. When core moves backward, when core moves downside, what will happen? Whatever the EMF is generated at the top side, here you can see, will start jumping to secondary winding 2 and primary winding. Hence, the EMF generated at secondary winding 2 is greater than secondary winding 1. And at the output we can notify its reading. So we got three equations. First condition is what? When SW1 is equals to SW2, means this is the null position. When EMF generated in secondary winding 1 is equals to EMF generated in a secondary winding 2, we will get an equation SW1 minus SW2 is equals to 0. That is secondary winding 1 minus secondary winding 2 is equals to 0. Now let us move to equation number 2. When EMF generated in a secondary winding 2 is greater than secondary winding 1. So what will be the equation? We will get minus SW2 is equals to negative. So this is the equation we will get in second case. Let us say in third case, when EMF generated in a secondary winding 1 is greater than secondary winding 2. So what will happen? What will be the equation? We will get SW1 is equals to positive. SW1 is equals to positive. So these are the three equations we will get as per the movement of core. So now see why LVDT is used or how the magnification is done. LVDT converts a position or linear displacement from a mechanical reference into a proportional electrical signal to containing phase for direction and amplitude for distance. So this is how magnification has been done with the help of this total arrangement: primary winding, core, secondary winding. Hope you understood LVDT. Thank you.